Just a regular, nothing fancy. Just kind of, hey, how do you do?
Hey there, how do you do?
Exactly, sweetie. Hey there, how do you do? Nah. Boozhoo, and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo. Huh, sweetie?
You tell her, baby doll.
The podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Not just the podcast, the live stream podcast, huh, sweetie?
Yeah, live podcast.
I am Nanaboozhoo. This is the lovely and talented Natasha. Ekadon Boozhoo Weenie Mushane.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show.
And over here is the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Ekadon Boozhoo Niji. Say hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the show. And, yeah. So here we are together again. Just us and the Boozhoo crew.
Yep, just us and the usual suspects.
And Shelly Ham is first in class, sweetie.
Gold star for Shelly. Hey, Boozhoo, sister.
How you doing, Shelly? And Gwen Carley is here. And with silver star for Gwen.
Boozhoo, Gwen.
How you doing? And Shelly says, thought you were taking a day off. Yeah, you would think so, considering how late we are. What is it?
11:21.
Yeah. Yesterday we went on early. Today we come on late. I don't know. I pulled the old, I'll just take a couple hour nap here at 5:30 in the morning. I'll go back to bed at 5:30. Then I'll wake up at 7:30. You know, shake my hair a little bit and get on camera, and then we'll be good to go. Crawl out of bed around 10.
Yeah.
And then, you got to start all over again. Whoever told us that naps are refreshing?
What do you mean?
I mean, I just fall back asleep. I mean, they feel good. But then you wake up and it's like you just slept all night again. You got to have 3 cups of coffee just to get moving. Now, hold on a second here. You never close your eyes. Anymore when I kiss your lips. But anyway, who cares? Daniel Black's here. That's all that matters. Hey, can we get a bronze star for Daniel?
Yep, we could get a bronze star for Daniel today.
What's up, Niji? Bronze star for Mr. Third in Place. You win. We're giving third place trophies now. We just lowered the bar. But hey, good to see you, buddy. And Zagame is here. Boozhoo, Zagame. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the Boozhoo crew. On a beautiful Wednesday. Oh, I'm so excited for Black Friday. Aren't you excited for Black Friday?
I'm going to trample some people this time.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We'll get up really early before they open the store. And then when they open, we'll just trample it like it's a Travis Scott concert.
Yeah, people are going to die.
Watch out. Black Friday's coming. And that means Travis Scott level of mayhem and carnage.
You want to tell them who Travis Scott is?
In case you're not totally glued to the media channels, Travis Scott was that rapper who goes out with Kylie Jenner, who is the niece or something to Caitlyn Jenner, who was the stepdaughter to Bruce Jenner. This is how that works. And, and so a bunch of people died at this concert, allegedly. I think that whole thing was fake, but Black Friday is the day when they somehow, I guess Walmart put stuff on sale, and the dumb masses, the sheep, they're not even sheep that day. They're more just like the raging bulls, go into the store and just go crazy trying to buy stuff. It's just so embarrassing. That's what the rest of the world thinks Americans are. Ooh, give us our stuff. I want a TV at half price. It's like, why? So you can watch season 3 of This Is Us, or season 4, or whatever we're up to now.
People want their TVs.
Yeah, I guess. So anyway, we're not really excited for Black Friday. I kind of want to go out there just to watch.
Do you think it's going to be like that again?
You know what? I bet not. I sense kind of a change in the climate of the masses. I don't think we're going to be like that forever. Things are too weird. People's they're too freaked out by the things which will not be said on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? The jab, jab, cough, cough. Got the sniffles. I wonder. I don't feel like people are going to get into the spirit of Christmas so much this year. Or the spirit of, oh, we'll just be happy if we can buy stuff. I think everyone has what they need by now. I mean, it was one thing when everybody was buying their first home computer or their first, video game console, When Sega Genesis 2 came out, yeah, I get it. But now, if you don't have your video game console, whatever it's called, Xbox, or I don't even know what the kids play on anymore. If you don't have that by now, you don't want it.
Yeah, you would have bought it by now, I would think.
Yeah. If you don't have the huge wall size television set, what do they call those?
They're just televisions. Flat screen.
Flat screen TVs. If you don't have one by now, you probably don't want one. Nobody's getting all excited. Hey, guess what? Microwave ovens are going to be on sale. What? Oh, okay. I'm going to get up early and charge into Target. Get myself one of them newfangled digital scales. I can put it in a bathroom and weigh myself. Oh, look how much weight I gained over Thanksgiving. I sure am fat. It's going to be a great Christmas.
Yeah.
But today isn't Black Friday. Today is Black Tuesday.
Black Wednesday.
We're halfway, you guys. Halfway through the week. It's actually Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, huh?
Thanksgiving Eve. Tuesday. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Tomorrow I will tell the story of the first Thanksgiving. And don't worry, I'm not going to be all, yeah, the white man stole our land. It's a day of mourning. It's like, shut up. Shut up. You own a cell phone. This is not your day of mourning. But Tuesday is Wednesday. That's what the ancestors would call this day. In the Ojibwe language. Boozhoo. Hello. Nanaboozhoo Nindijinakaz. Nanaboozhoo is my name. This is a podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. And today, we will learn the sacred language of the ancestors.
What are you doing?
I don't know. trying to get dramatic. I'm also sensing the Boozhoo crew is kind of losing interest in Ojibwe. It's like, yeah. Every Wednesday, it's the same word. Don't you got anything new, Nanaboozhoo? That's what they say.
I think I heard them saying that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Gwen Carley says, I won't be shopping. Gwen's not going to throw her money around on Black Friday. Protest. It's the resistance. But resistance is futile. So saith the Borg.
That's what the Borg said.
Yeah, you better get on board. You know what else I think is fake?
What's that?
That, I'm not sure about the Kyle, what's his name? He might be fake. That just seems like a big psyop. But I'm not sure what the message is. But I didn't pay attention to that. But this one where a guy goes driving through a Christmas parade in Wisconsin? We should call Scott. I want to know if that town really exists. Here's the story. Allegedly. Hey, Shelly! Me, Gwetch. Shelly just gave us $5.
Well, Shelly, you didn't have to do that.
Shelly says, enjoy you. Thanksgiving, hoping you are able to fill your stomachs with lots of food and take a long nap. You better believe it. That's the only plan for tomorrow. Eat a lot of food and then go unconscious. But Shelly, thank you so much for your super chat. Why can't the rest of you be more like Shelly? Anyway, what was I saying?
Something about Christmas. Losing interest in Ojibwe.
La 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 da 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 dum. I was going somewhere with that. Zagame, I was just kidding. You didn't have to give us a super chat. Zagame just gave us $3.
Thanks, Zagame.
Thank you so much. So, the things I think are fake. So the story in the news lately. The news you can trust. The no spin zone. I don't think that's still a thing. Is that in Wisconsin, apparently somebody in a red Buick or something goes plowing through a crowd of dancing grandmas and merry people go, celebrating Christmas. And it's a national tragedy. We mourn, our hearts break, we cry with you on this day of the tragedy in Wisconsin. If it really happened. Who's having a Christmas parade a week before Thanksgiving? And then number 2, it was like 20 degrees in Minnesota. It's already cold in Wisconsin. Who's going out to parades? Are they really having parades? And then doing what? Let's decorate our car or a pickup or something, pull a flatbed with some dumb little display and throw candy to children on the side of the streets? What year is this? Maybe the 4th of July, things like that happen. But are they really having Christmas parades in the beginning of November? And then some guy, what do you mean you don't believe it? I saw the video. Well, I saw a car racing through somewhere. I didn't see anybody get hit. Like you couldn't fake that, but I don't know. It just smells like doo-doo muan.
Yeah.
I'm smelling doo-doo muan, you guys. But I guess we'll never know. Because this is the story of Wojashk. Dashkichi muashkan.
Kitchi what?
Okay, I said that wrong. Mushkaan.
Yeah, that's better. You said muashkan.
Yeah, what is a muashkan?
I don't know.
Mushkaan. Muskrat. And the Great Flood. Muskrat. Wojashk. So muskrat. This is what I love about old Indian stories. In Disney stories, they never have the main character be a muskrat. It's a muskrat. You think rats are gross? Well, go down into the marshes and stuff. There's something that swims around. It's a rat, essentially.
Well, they had Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah, right. What am I talking about? Okay, well, this is our version of Mickey Mouse. This is a Wojashk. Gwen! Get out of here. Gwen's giving us 1999.
1990. Hey, is that coding?
Is that Illuminati coding, Gwen? Because upside down, 999 is actually 666. I hear you, sister. Shh. Shh. Don't tell anybody, but we're Freemasons. Okay? Anyway. Today I would like to tell the story, briefly, of Wojashk, Dashkichi Mushkaan, muskrat, and the Great Flood. So for the last couple of days, because I do have a price, by the way, because my kindergartner teacher wanted to give us a tip for telling a Bible story. Now I'm kind of taking a little time each day to tell you the story of the Bible. The Gagi Kwe Mazine Igan, the preach book. So we started with the creation. We moved through Adam and Eve, went through Cain and Abel. All right, so everyone's up to date. Now, so Cain and Abel happened. Don't know why. And then, I guess they married their sisters, and, well, Abel wasn't really able to do anything because he was dead. But so years go by, and generations go by, and we get down to, I'm not sure how many years went between the Garden of Eden and the flood. Mushkaan. But back in the days of the Bible grandfathers, there was a man named Noah. Noah was a carpenter. He was really good with, saws and wood. He was always making little stuff for his family, bird feeders, whatever. The occasional boat, but nothing serious, canoes mostly. And, he loved working in his wood shop. So one day he was working in his wood shop, tooling away there, and he hears a voice. A booming voice from above. It says, Noah. Noah looks up. He goes back to working. Noah. Who is that? It is me. Gitchimanadu, the Great Spirit. What? Who is that really? He goes, no, it's me. It's Gitchimanadu. I've come to tell you something. And Noah says, am I on candid camera? Nah.
Are you ripping off Bill Cosby?
Yeah. That was from an album I had when I was a little guy. Bill Cosby telling a Noah story. No, he had Noah singing, Voompa, 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 Noah. Am I on candid? Anyway. So, Gitchimanadu says, Noah, I want you to build me an ark. And Noah says, what's an ark? He goes, a boat. Well, why didn't you just say boat? I'm Gitchimanadu. I'm trying to be cool. And I want you to build it so many cubits tall and so many cubits wide and so many cubits long and everything. And Noah says, okay, what's a cubit? Don't get smart with me and quit ripping off Bill Cosby bits. And so Noah says, well, you know what? I am good with my hands. And I am a loyal follower of Gitchimanadu. I walk the red road. I follow the laws of the Creator. So you got it. Gitchimanadu. Your will shall be done. Or whatever he said in Bible talk. And so Gitchimanadu says, yeah, do that. And you better get to work real quick. I'm going to make it flood. And Noah said, what's a flood? Because never mind. You'll know it when it comes. And so, before I get to Wajashk, this is actually the story of Noah. And then we'll get into the Great Flood. So then Noah gets to work. And his neighbors come up and they're like, oh, wow, what are you building here, Noah? It's a big old something. He goes, oh, it's going to be an ark. And they go, what's an ark? A boat. Why didn't you say that? Never mind. I got to get back to work here. And they all started teasing him. He goes, yeah, that thing's never going to float. He goes, no, man, it's an ark. A big old ark. Oh, I forgot something too. So the neighbors go, why you build it so big? You only got a couple of sons. I think he had 4 sons and their wives. How much room do you need in this ark? Which, by the way, we're calling the Carnival Cruise. And he goes, well, yeah, Great Spirit came to me and he said he wanted me to build an ark, that he was going to make it flood, and that I should gather up 2 of every kind of animal. And all the people laughed. And they're like, 2 of... Yeah, good luck with that. Have fun on your trip to Africa to get 2 elephants and 2 giraffes. How do you... You're going to build an ark and then go on a safari and gather up 2 of every... Whatever. I sure hope you're writing this down in a book, because nobody will ever believe this. And, they laughed and went about their merry way. But Noah, he didn't care. He trusted Gitche-Manadu. He's like, hey, man, you guys say what you want. I do what I'm told. And so he built an ark. Ark gets all ready. And he built a door in the side there, He's like, all right, oh, that's a beautiful ark. I sure did a nice job. I hope it floats. And then, just then, what happens? He hears some hoofs, some foot beats. What's that called?
Footsteps.
He hears footsteps. Jump, 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 jump. And it gets louder and louder. And he looks off in the distance. And what does he see? 2 by 2. Every animal. Every kind of animal. That's the other thing. He only had to get 1 kind of dog, 1 kind of cat, 1 kind of whatever. People are like, there's no way, there's millions of animals. Yeah, just 1 kind of each. And 1 kind of each that can't swim or float. So, 2 elephants come up, 2 giraffes, 2 zebras, 2 wolves, 2 lions. Just, almost like they were under a trance. One could assume that the Gitche-Manadu put a magic spell on all these animals. So they came in 2 by 2 and they went right into that boat. They found their little pens, each of the animals. Because inside it was kind of like a barn. There was fencing and hay and, I don't know. You kind of hoped something for those animals to eat. I don't think the Bible's that explicit. But, so so all the animals come in, and finally he closes that door. Oh, and he goes, come on, boys, grab your old ladies. And so Noah and his wife and his, I think, either 3 or 4 sons and their wives all load up. And just then it starts to rain. And Noah's like, come on, get in. We don't got much time. It's going to rain. It's not going to quit anytime soon. Did you bring the deck of cards? We're going to be here for a while. And he closes that door. And it rains and it pours and it rains and it rains and it rains. And it rains for 40 days and 40 nights. And sure enough, it just fills up the, firmament domed flat earth that we all live on. It fills it up, and everybody drowns. For as far as you could see, there was water everywhere, and only water. So after 40 days and 40 nights, it finally stopped raining. And Noah opened a little window or something. He looks out, goes, oh, wow. Yep. The earth must be flat, because how would, Oh, gravity. Yeah, never mind. This is actually a photograph of the horizon. And that's the sun. Yeah, it looks pretty flat to me. But this must have been what it looked like after the flood. For as far as you could see, it was nothing but water. There was only water. Do I have another background, sweetie?
I think you do.
Oh, okay. So when we pick up is where the Ojibwe story starts. This is the earliest, when people say, oh, tell the creation story. Well, I don't really know an Ojibwe creation story. But I do know, like, the earliest Ojibwe history begins after a big old flood. A big old Gitchi Mushka'an. Mushka'an. Gitchi, like Gitchi Manadu, is great. This is the story of the Gitchi Mushka'an. So it stops raining, and we'll leave the Bible story there for now. Later on, the story goes on. Noah lives to be very old, and his sons have many kids. And some of those kids are giants, I think. But we'll get into that later. Wajashk in English means muskrat. Oh, wait. Let me move this. Doggone it. Go.
What's the matter?
There it is. Wajashk. So, back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a great flood. And it killed off so many people. Almost everybody. Except for Noah and his wife, who they don't bother to give her a name. Maybe she had a name, I don't know. But all the people drowned, and a whole bunch of animals, except for the animals that were on the ark, and animals like the fish and the loons and the ducks, and basically a lot of animals who were good at swimming survived. So there was Wajashk. And there was also Mung, the loon. Loon's a great swimmer. It was a long rain and all that stuff, but, he was okay too. And then there was also, you know what I should do? Come on, feel the noise. I'm not doing a very good job with this text and stuff, am I, sweetie?
I wish I could help you.
There we go. Mashike. And the Mashike, of course, the turtle. Turtle didn't mind it at all. And Zhangguishi, the mink. So, big flood happens, and these four guys all gather together on top of the water, and they look around like, oh, wow, looks like the whole place is flooded. What are we going to do? And Mashike, the turtle, he was the oldest one. And therefore the wisest. And he goes, I know. I got this feeling. If we swim down to the bottom, we'll grab a little bit of that earth. Aki. Grab some earth, bring it up, put it on the back of my shell, and we'll sing a song. And I think I had a vision that if we do that Gitchi Manadu, the great spirit, he'll send the winds from the four directions to create a tornado around me. And something will happen where we'll grow a new land for everybody. And the boys are like, yeah, that's a great idea, Mashike. Oh, you sure are wise. He goes, I'm just old. So they go, well, who wants to go down there? And Zhangguishi, he goes, look, man, I'm going to swim down there. I'll grab some of that dirt for you. Hang on. Took a big breath of air. Boop, and dives in. And he swims down and down. And he swims, and he swims, and he swims. Oh, wow, he's gone for a long time. Finally, he comes back. It's really deep down there. I swam and I swam, but I couldn't reach the bottom. Well, just then, Mung, the loon, goes, step aside, will you? I should have been the one to go down there in the first place. I'm a great swimmer. I will go down and get some of that dirt. So he takes a big breath of air, and he goes under, and he swims, and he swims, and he swims, and he swims, and he can't get down there. Finally, he comes back. Oh, it's really deep down there. I swam and I swam, but I couldn't even reach the bottom. Me. I'm like, what are we gonna do? So they're kind of, having a little powwow there. They're talking, and they're like, hey, I don't know, man. I think we're SOL. Well, just then, a little voice peeks up. He goes, maybe I should give it a try. And who was it? Wozhushk. And they all start laughing. Yeah, okay, Wozhushk. Good luck. If Zhangguishi and Meng couldn't do it, what hope do you think you have? Because I got to give it a try. Yeah, go ahead. See you in a minute. And so Wozhushki says a little prayer. And he takes a big gulp of air. And he dives in. And he swims, and he swims, and he swims. And it gets all dark and black as he swims, and he swims, and he swims, and he swims. And he keeps going and going and going. Meanwhile, up on the surface, those other guys are like, what an idiot. Thinks he's going to make it to the bottom. It's stupid. Little muskrat. Going to show us all, look at me. Sure has been down there a long time, huh? Yeah. One of us should probably, and just then they started to get nervous. One of us should probably, I'm going to go down and I'm going to go get him. Go, get him. And just as Meng was about to dive in, he looked down and he goes, look, there's a little black figure floating up to the surface. He went down and he grabbed him, he pulled him up to the air, and it was Wozhushk, but he had died. And the boys, they started to cry. They were like, oh, poor little Wozhushk, what have you done? Why did you try to do such a dangerous thing? You were our friend. Yeah, we gave you a hard time, but you were our little brother. And they started to cry. And they sang a mourning song. Yahweh ho. And just then, little Wozhushka's paw opens up. And what's there? A little bit of dirt. And I'm like, oh, wow, he did it after all. He made it to the bottom. And I go, he made the ultimate sacrifice. He gave his life so we would live. And I go, put that dirt on the turtle's back. And so they put the dirt on his back. And they started to sing an honor song instead of a mourning song to honor the great sacrifice of Wozhushk. Wait-a hey, wait-a hey, da ho. Wait-a hey, hey-a hey, wa-ho. Or something. And just then, Gitchi Manadu, he hears it. He hears that mourning song and then the honor song. Their singing rang across the surface of the water and all the way up to the clouds. And Gitchi Manadu goes, all right, boys, you keep singing that song, and I will call in the winds from the 4 directions, And so they started singing up that song. And the winds came round from the 4 directions. And with those winds, it created a tornado around Mishike. And Mishike, he started to grow. And he grew. And he grew. And he grew. And pretty soon, trees and that, they started growing on his back. And the waters on the crevices of his shell, they started to form rivers and lakes. And he grew so big that he became North America itself. And this is why, to this day, we call North America Mishike Minase, Turtle Island. But it is the Wajashk that we honor for giving his life so that we could create a new life, a new world on Mishike Minase. And this is the story of Wajashk Dush Gitchi Mushka'an, muskrat, and the Great Flood.
Ah, sweetie, that was great.
Thanks, sweetie. Get all dramatic with the narration. To learn more about Gagikwe Mazini Igan Dabaji Moinanan, about the Bible stories.
Was that in the Bible?
I don't think this part of that story was in the Bible. But it's definitely in Bible history. That happened for a fact.
You think so?
Probably not. But yeah. And there you have it. Let's see who else is here. Robin is back. Hey, Robin. Robin's here, sweetie.
Boozhoo, Robin.
Apparently, Robin and Gwen are neighbors. I'm jumping into the middle of the chat here. Hey, the Soul Man's back. Boozhoo, Brian. And Shelly Ham, thinking that the same no fun mucking the stalls in that big boat. Yeah. Yeah, what happened there? I mean, were there like unicorns and dragons on Noah's Ark, but they got fed to the lions, during that 40 days? What did they feed all those animals? Did they have a whole bunch of hay? And I don't know, man. The Ark is another one of those conspiracy theories. I don't know. Or truth or whatever. I think people in, where is it? Is it Afghanistan or somewhere in the Middle East? There's a group of people who just, it's not a conspiracy. They just all agree, oh yeah, there's a huge boat on top of this mountain. And it's all covered in grass and it's been, it looks like it's 1,000 years old. There's remnants of apparently what was once a enormous ark, if you will, in the mountains. It looks like evidence for the Noah's Ark. There's a picture of it. Well, that's evidence for an enormous boat in the mountains somehow. But, there could be other explanations. I don't know. But some people have speculated that the Noah's Ark story, they were actually collecting genes. They had like the 2 of every kind. Like, oh, that boat wouldn't be big enough. Well, what if they just collected the DNA of every kind of animal and then cloned them after the flood was over?
You think Noah had cloning capability?
I don't know. They're kind of secretive about what level of technology they had in the Bible days. It's not very consistent. They had invented metalwork because people had swords and shields, but they hadn't invented pants.
Maybe it's just a fashion thing.
Yeah. The greatest scientists of the day hadn't invented a pair of pants yet, but they came up with how to forge steel and build coliseums. and chariots. So I don't know. I don't know what they could do in the Bible days. You know, sometimes they think, oh yeah, everyone was living like cavemen. You know, walking around with a torch at night in their sandals and robes. And then occasionally, metal-plated armor that looks just like the human torso. And the statue of David. I guess that was later, but I don't know. I just don't know. Whoa, whoa. Anyway, so what's new in your world, sweetie?
In my world? Nothing much.
So we're not doing Black Friday. Go spend Thanksgiving with the folks tomorrow.
Yeah. Do they want us to bring any food?
No. Just bring the guitar.
Okay.
La-dee-dee-da-dee-da-da. You guys want to listen to a poem?
You got a poem?
Yeah. You know, we're always doing songs. This is a poem. If you ever saw a little movie called Smoke Signals, this is the poem that closes out the movie. This poem is called Forgiving Our Fathers. Speaking of Thanksgiving and your fathers. Do you have to spend your Thanksgiving with your dad? Well, you better be ready to forgive him. This is Forgiving Our Fathers. This is a poem by Dick Laurie, and it's called Forgiving Our Fathers. How do we forgive our fathers? Maybe in a dream. Do we forgive our fathers for leaving us too often or forever when we were little? Maybe for scaring us with unexpected rage or making us nervous because there never seemed to be any rage there at all. Do we forgive our fathers for marrying or not marrying our mothers? For divorcing or not divorcing our mothers? And shall we forgive them for their excesses of warmth or coldness? Shall we forgive them for pushing or leaning, for shutting doors, for speaking through walls, or never speaking, or never being silent? Do we forgive our fathers in our age, or in theirs, or in their deaths, saying it to them, or not saying it? And if we forgive our fathers, what is left? Forgiving Our Fathers by Dick Laurie. So you want to learn Ojibwe language and culture. You've come to the right place, need you to learn about it all. Welcome to Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Boozhoo, Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Okay, hey, Boozhoo, and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture.
And Bible stories.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Boozhoo. Natasha and her cause. How you doing? So you want to learn Ojibwe language and culture? You've come to the right place, Nietzsche. What should I say?
I don't know. Do you want to teach some Bible verses?
Here's one. Doggone it. We did everything backwards today, sweetie.
I know.
La-dee-dum. Everyone knows this in the truth community or whatever. Wernher von Braun was the founder, was one of the guys who started NASA. You know, NASA. Fake the moon landing, NASA. He was from Germany. He was a Nazi scientist. So after the war, instead of bringing him to justice, they hired him on in America to start NASA. On his tombstone, when he died, all he had on there was this verse. Psalms 19:1. Doggone it. It's still in the wrong place. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. The firmament. Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God. What is a firmament? Oh, it's just it's symbolic of the, what do they call those gaseous hemisphere? I'm forgetting the terms now. No, there's not really a firmament. Well, the Bible seems to think so. And Wernher von Braun, the father of rocket science. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to believe in the firmament, but Wernher von Braun does, or did. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Wernher von Braun wanted to leave us with that message. Oh, Flat Stuff Earth! Thank you so much! You probably already knew that. Flat Stuff Earth just gave us a tip. Hey, miigwech. There's a little picture of a black cat and a guitar. Flat Stuff, do you know us? Because we have a little black cat and we play guitar. That's so cute. Anyway, so a lot of people who believe in the firmament say stuff, yeah, it's in the Bible. And cryptically, this is what I think happened. I think the rocket scientists, the people who finally made the first rockets that could reach the firmament, when John F. Kennedy started running his mouth saying, we're going to go to the moon in this decade, they went, oh, crap, we got to build a big rocket to get there. I built a rocket, shot it up, it smashed right into the firmament and came down. There's a story that they went down to Antarctica. They went over to Antarctica, to the edge, and shot up multiple rockets. It's like, hey, dummies, what do you think is going to happen if you crack that? There is limitless, unknowable amounts of water that will flood us once again. Because that's the other thing the Bible said, that doors in the heavens opened. They didn't say a whole bunch of clouds came and rained for 40 days and 40 nights. He opened the windows of the firmament, or the heavens. So, but anyway, they tried to blow up the firmament, or they tried to get through it, and they couldn't do it. Because there's no such thing as outer space. It's just a big dome. Werner von Braun, I think, found that out. And they went, uh-oh. Well, let's not say anything. Everybody believes in outer space. You know, this psyop has been going on for generations. The whole, up there, what you see? That black dome with the lights in it? That turns blue during the day when it's lit up by the sun? That's outer space, man. You got other planets and Martians and that. Oh, look out. The black hole's gonna catch you, you know. So that's why they had to fake the moon landing, so they could hide the existence of the firmament. Robin knows. She just said Operation Paperclip. Thank you. Yeah, it was called Operation Paperclip when they went to Antarctica. Wasn't there also something called Operation Fishbowl? And, Paperclip was hiring the Nazis. Operation Fishbowl and Operation High Jump were when they went to Antarctica. Because there was a high jump, a big old, ice wall, like Game of Thrones. That's real. We really have an ice wall surrounding everything. And then Fishbowl was when they were shooting rockets into the glass dome. It's like, would you guys cut it out? You're going to make it flood again. And then did somebody say the thing about the ark and the seeds? I gotta go back. La 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 doo doo doo. The kitty litter plant, Robin. Two woodworm and an ark. What could go wrong? Somebody was mentioning that there's some sort of program of gathering up seeds called the ark. But I'm not finding it in the comments. But I think some people think is we're coming up on another reset. Mount Ararat, Shellyham says, is where the ark is supposed to be. Yeah, Mount Ararat. The locals are like, yes, Noah's Ark. What? Did not fight? No, that's impossible. They just, they don't have to add. Do you believe in Noah's Ark? What do you mean? Do I believe in that thing? Yes. They have a huge seed. Oh, it's right there. They have a huge seed storage place called the Ark. Why are they storing seeds? Because they're starting over. I hope not. There's a couple of things which could be coming up. Number one, absolutely nothing. We're just going to keep going like we have for the last 50 years, thinking that something bad's about to happen and nothing really that bad ever really happens. Oh no, you say 9/11's not bad? Take it easy. The world doesn't end. That's one option. Another option is that this whole my Sharona hoax and the yabba dabba jabbity doo and the spike protein is all a big plan to wipe out, like an evil, gonna kill off everybody, the zombie apocalypse. There's another option. People have been saying, oh no, we're living in psychological warfare. This is modern warfare. They're not bombing us. They're driving us crazy. I thought about that recently.
What's that?
Psychological warfare. Like even the flat earth stuff. in, I think, 2015 or 16. Somebody's leaving a message. In 2015 and 2016, a lot of people started tuning into the flat earth videos and seeing information about how impossible a spinning ball, heliocentric model, and it seemed like a lot of us were waking up. A lot of people went back to the Bible going, what? What does the Bible say now? They've been lying about this, so what? But then somebody mentioned, goes, that was a psychological operation too. Everybody brought out the people who made those videos. They're all part of a secret club. And they told you only so much. But it was rolled out to divide and conquer. Like, yeah, I learned the truth to some point. Or I learned at least I was being lied to. But the effect was every single person in my family thinks I'm crazy. They don't think you're crazy. If they think about it at all, nobody agrees with me. Maybe some of you are like that. Are you the only one in your community who doesn't believe in the evolution and that the sun's the center of the galaxy, solar system, whatever they want to call it? So there's a lot of us who dropped out of believing in science, what they taught in the globe. But then it ruined our relationships. It ruined our relationships with our family. We lost credibility. Some people lost jobs. You can't teach science in a school if you don't believe in the globe. People will think you're insane. People break up with you. I had a friend say, don't ever mention that again. Nobody will ever take you seriously. I'm sorry you told me that you think that. It's really hurtful, actually. But, everyone's programmed and brainwashed. And when you tell somebody, hey, we've been part of a cult. We were all brainwashed. And I'm no longer brainwashed. I'm leaving our cult. They go, what? No, this isn't a cult. You're the crazy one. We're not in a cult. It's like, no, we were brainwashed. We're not on a spinning ball. Well, you're crazy. Crazy woman. Get out of here. Don't watch my children. You're dangerous. It's like, what? I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore, sweetie. La, la, la. Robin says, I quit trying to talk about stuff because of it. Yeah. Like tomorrow, I'm going to have to just be very careful to not bring up anything that I'm interested in these days. Because it hurts relationships. Right or wrong, people don't want to be woken up. They resent you for it. When you, hey, by the way, they lied about that. What? So I can't talk about conspiracy stuff at all. Because they're all connected. The fake moon landing, flat earth, 9/11, the vaccinations. They're all connected. And it's a fascinating conversation when you can talk to somebody who's not afraid. Who's been deprogrammed a little bit. But if you're still part of the programmed, it just comes across like you're a maniac, a weirdo. It's like, hey, did you know the Matrix was real? It's like, shut up. Yeah, take your red pill and go, have some pumpkin pie, will you? So nobody wants to hear it. You don't want to, they don't want to hear that. Yeah, did you know football was rigged? Yeah, it's like the, All-Star Wrestling. They got magnets in the ball in their hands. It's rigged. No, it's not. Oh. So I can't talk about science, politics, forget it. Even if you're not political, if you're like a truther and you go, like my mom's reading the Barack Obama biography. And I was like, yeah, Michelle's a man, right? You don't want to hear that. It's like, anything in that biography about how he married a dude and he's gay? No? Oh. Sounds like a good book. I just mark it off that they leave Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm. Yeah, you're right. It's Stockholm's. It's where you kind of sympathize with your captors. They don't know because they've been conditioned not to ask or want to know the truth. Yeah. Well, again, it's so brilliant the way Satan brainwashed the world, because it'll be like your kindergarten teacher. Kindergarten teacher was the first one who lied to you. And she didn't know she was lying about the globe. But you probably didn't even hear about a globe until you went to school. And it's like the first thing, hey kids, let's look at this big globe. This is where you live. Let's spin it. See, it spins as it goes around the sun. Like a ball, And then you can become middle-aged and go, hey, excuse me, Mrs. Haley, did you know that was a satanic deception you brainwashed me as a kindergartner to believe? It's like, what? No, of course I didn't. Like, yeah, it's true. You can't prove the globe. You're just passing on, theory, philosophy. Confirmed by people smarter than us, like, Bill Nye the Science Guy. I don't know. I don't want to know. So what did we learn today, sweetie?
We learned it was obtuse.
We learned it was obtuse, halfway. My other world is only obtuse away. Do-do-do-do. And we learned about Wazhushk Dushkichi Mushkaan, muskrat, and the Great Flood. And we learned a little something about his friends. Mishike, turtle. Zhangguishi, the mink. And Mung, the loon. You're a loon, sweetie.
Hey, get out of here.
La-dee-da. And finally, lest we forget, if you'd like to support the show, thank you everybody who gave us super chats today. We really appreciate that. You can also sign up on Patreon. Hey, we got a new Patreon supporter yesterday.
Is that a real person?
Well, they gave us real money.
Yeah, but he said his name was Gandalf.
I know. The wizard Gandalf signed up on Patreon yesterday. And he left us in pounds. Like, he must be English. So, I think it's the real Gandalf. Yeah. And then we also have a PayPal and a GoFundMe. And if you'd like to order books by Michael Lyons, like OJIBERISH and OJIBERISH and whatever else, you can click the link below to Amazon.com. And these are just cartoons by Michael Lyons, but they're in a collection on a book called OJIBERISH. This is a cartoon of Michael saying, well, I guess this is it. I thought you had pictures of your books.
I think it's coming up.
Oh, here we go. Rockstar Cartoonist, which you don't want them to buy.
No, Rockstar Cartoonist sucks.
And Onyx Blood. Can they buy that?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And Robin swinging upside down. Okay, you don't have any covers here. But, sweetie, you want to add anything before we mahjong?
Nope.
All right, everybody. Just want to say miigwech. Thank you for listening. Miigwech bizundawieg. And miigwech gunawabieg. Thank you for watching. Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Baby, baby, baby. I am Natasha. This is Nanaboozhoo.
Okay, miigwech.
This This is the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons.
Hey, thanks so much, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Giga-wabba-min. Middle-wa. How? Sweetie, would you mind?
One to teleport.